This is Wanderers Taxi Rank. Then on the verge of that, this particular rank, you normally see a lot of people here, a lot of informal traders lining up their stalls to actually sell or do business. But it's quite a different story. And I did speak to some of them on Friday, Desiree, and there was a sense of excitement hours after that announcement to say that at least they would now start supporting their families, because for a week, amid this particular lockdown, they are saying that they had been struggling to really support their children. Many times they would go to bed on hungry stomach. But it's quite surprising, perhaps, that their stalls, or where they normally set up their stalls, is still empty. Again, perhaps it brings back the question of how fast do these municipalities take to actually process their permits, because we do understand that they will definitely have to get those permits to be able to resume business. But if you thought it's only informal traders that get to be affected when they are not here, even those that actually buy from them, their clients, their customers, get affected, Desiree. And we're going to bring some here that came this morning to check if they are here and perhaps to do their groceries. And one of them is Ausi Bongi. Thanks so much for your time, Sisi. Just tell me, how difficult is it really, or how has it been difficult for you as a customer here to actually do grocery, considering that this place here, where we would normally see them lining up their stall, is still empty?
Thank you very much. It's too difficult because most of them, we used to buy to them vegetables. Now we can't afford to buy vegetables because they are not here. Most of us who are not working, we are staying at home. We are like obeying this lockdown thing, but we are struggling buying vegetables because most of them, they are not here. And most of them that I used to be here, most of them, they are breadwinners with these vegetable things. And we can't afford to go to Woolworths to buy vegetables for 20 rand each, because we know with that 20 rand, I'm going to afford onions, cabbage, beetroot with that 20 rand. So now when they're not here, we are struggling too much because we can't afford to go in expensive shops because of this lockdown thing. Because those families that are selling those vegetables, most of them, they are supporting their children. They are supporting, they are paying rent, especially here in Joburg. Most of us, we are staying in the flats. And on those flats, we pay rent. And all those people who are selling vegetables, they are depending on those vegetables. So now this thing is killing us too much. Because now they are not here. We don't know where to go to buy vegetables. And we can't eat food without vegetables. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Bonki. But Desiree, those that are affected as well are those that live in the streets or the homeless. They also depend on them. We'll just bring some of them here. Sia, just face me. You are one of them. Tell me, how have you been coping ever since the informal traders have not been really doing business here?
I haven't been coping at all, because now these people, they sell their things with a very low prices. So now, because they are not there, the government chased them away. It's really difficult for us, because now we can't even find fruits whereby we used to buy from them. Whenever we are still hustling money, maybe to buy breakfast, we'll go to them and buy some snacks, those kind of things, while we are still hustling the money to buy proper food. But now it's very difficult. Why? Because these people are not there. And this big shop, we can't find any of the things that these people were selling. So it's a big challenge.
Or if you find them, they are on a higher price, isn't it?
Yeah, the prices, they differ. Why these people, they are less? They are able to meet their customer needs. They understand us. Why? Because we are on the street, all of us, street vendors, street hustlers, it's one and the same thing. So for them not being here, it's a big challenge to us. Why now? Because with the 5 rand, it's no longer useful, because even if I can go to any shop which are open, I won't be able to use my 5 rand. so it's pointless having it. But by the time they were here, I would have bought maybe 5 bananas, and they would have made a big difference to my stomach. Yeah, so.
Sia and Taban, just come this way, please. I just want to ask you a question because we are still under lockdown, and we know that you guys live in the streets, and we have seen acting MEC for Social Development, Banyazale Sufi, calling out to say that you need to actually come into shelters. Why are you still in the street?
The shelters, my brother, it's very, very hard because we don't get enough food. Those people who take care of the centers, the facilities,
are we chasing the Cape Town?
Take that food that is being expired there by the shops, shops like Spar, ShopRite, Boxer, and they give us the. And beside that, there at the shelters, we are too many, and there's no space, and some of the people are very sick there, so it's not safe even for our health there.
And of course, the lockdown regulations are saying that we should stay at home. You are homeless. Don't you think that would have been better to just actually observe it in those shelters?
The problem is that while I'm in the shelters, I don't get enough food. So while I'm outside here, I can manage to hustle. Maybe I can buy proper food to eat. Yeah, I help people to carry their stuff to the taxis.
All right. Thanks so much for your time, guys. And that's the word from the street here. And as I mentioned earlier on, I mean, these are the people that depend on the informal traders to buy or to do their groceries. As you can see, it's still empty this time. And I can tell you that we had just early on, just a couple of minutes ago, that they are actually at the municipal offices where they are expected to get their permits, and that's where we will rush to really get a sense of this process in terms of the criteria that the municipality needs to use for these people to get their permits as soon as possible, because as I mentioned, these are the people that are saying that this is their only source of income, and they only use this to support their families. And that's the word that we got on Friday when we spoke to them as they were actually stocking up to be ready to resume business.
Well, I'll wait that update from you, Maageketla, as soon as you get to the City Council. Maageketla Mohlabe, following the story about informal traders being allowed to ply their trade. Now,